Say rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
So I'll go back with another video. I'm Strange Wang, he is Nate. Today we are doing our Rotten Tomatoes reactions. Very simple. Look at a Rotten Tomatoes score, we react to it. Our first movie that we will be reacting to the score for came out very, very recent. As recent as last night. Well, the video ain't going up till like Sunday, so I don't know. But it is Borat movie film. Borat 2.
Subsequent movie film?
Yeah, Borat 2. It's got a 83% critically fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of 78%. I'm probably more than the 78%, but I agree. I understand why it has 83% critically fresh. Where are all the critics at? LA, very progressive place. So, I get it. You don't like Trump. This movie makes fun of a lot of people that he hangs out with and stuff. So, I get it. I don't know anything about politics, so a lot of those jokes went over my head. Like the guy, and I was like, who's this guy?
Oh, you didn't know who Rudy Giuliani was?
Nah, I did not.
Oh my god.
But I think it's funny that he went to a anti-mask rally and all those idiots were on there doing this and all that kind of shit. And it's like, you're on camera, idiot.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's hilarious. A lot of funny stuff, but to me, it's just like a big thing to vote. It's like a big voting commercial. And after, this movie isn't going to have a long life, where I feel like the first Borat will, and has had a long life. So, I just feel like it's too timely.
I guess.
I couldn't disagree more. And I think the fact that you don't pay attention to any of that stuff is why you don't understand that. But, like, I don't think, you're missing a little bit of how much the time period that you currently live in is going to matter forever, because you don't care and you don't pay attention to that stuff because you're a selfish prick.
Well, I mean, I can't vote anyways.
Yes, you
I
can.
got a record.
You're a buffoon!
No, you don't. But, no, I think this movie is incredibly... Obviously, it makes a ton of sense now, but I don't think this will ever die. So, I'm 100% with that 83. I personally gave it an 85 myself.
Wow.
I like this one. I mean, the first one is hilarious, and it has like a little bit of a story, but the first one doesn't really have anything to say other than, hey, normal Americans, these are the people that you share a country with. And this one does the same thing, but it does it with a purpose and a point, and I really appreciate that.
Next, we got The Witches. And people don't like witches, especially these witches, because very close together. We got a 49% critic score and a 48% audience score. And this movie didn't look super good. It's something from my childhood that was like, it was scary enough for when it came out that I was like invested, but not like, I don't want to watch this. And this, I don't know, it just looks pointless. That's a good word, pointless.
That's fair.
I mean, any holiday season, you're definitely going to get a lot of like films that pertain to that specifically. And when you just crank them out like that, the odds of them all being hits are very slim, you know? This isn't something I planned on checking out because I felt like that was pretty predictable.
Last week, this movie was rotten, but now it's fresh. It's bad hair, and it's at a 64%. So it makes me want to check out it even more, because apparently it is somewhat divisive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's came out yet because it doesn't have an audience score, but I'm more interested. Oh, it says right there, October 23rd. And I believe it's October 23rd, right? Yeah. So I'm willing to check it out because it's clearly divisive. Now it's fresh. It was rotten. It might go back to being rotten, or it might go higher. I don't know.
Yeah.
What you thinking?
I mean, I think if somebody paid critics to shit on it, or critics did shit on it, and now someone's paying critics to talk good about it.
Next, we have a Netflix film, which I could see these scores being true. But it's Rebecca. 48% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. Audience, they thought it was a 49%. Also rotten.
Mm-hmm.
It looked interesting. I still don't know if it's the remake. Alright, it's a remake. I'm assuming of the Alfred Hitchcock movie. Most Alfred Hitchcock movie remakes aren't good. The only one I can think of is Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf. But they they went their
Yeah.
own way with it.
That's almost like a reimagining than
Yeah.
like a remake. Yeah.
This, on the other hand, is shot in that very, like, it looks like a period piece. So I'm probably going to skip it. I actually was going to watch it to review it, but since it's already out, I think I'm going to skip it. So I don't have to watch a bad movie.
Yeah. Not every Hitchcock movie is like a phenomenal film. But, like, the man is still the master of suspense. And I understand that there are lots of filmmakers out there that are super influenced by his work, but that doesn't mean that you need to use his work as a cash grab. So I am 100% against remakes of Hitchcock films. And I'm probably against 90% of remakes, period, if not more than that. So, not that some of them aren't good, but, like, I don't know. I crave originality. And Hollywood is one of the most unoriginal things on the planet right now.
Another Netflix movie. It is Over the Moon, and it has a 78% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience, they loved it. They thought it was a 90% of goodness. They was over the moon about this movie.
Yeah.
And this was one of those that came out after we did our reactions for that week.
Mm-hmm.
So we never got to the trailer reaction of this. I don't know. If it's not Pixar, I'm kind of very biased that I'm just like, I don't give that type of stuff the time of day. Because those aren't really my type of movie. So if I'm going to watch an animated movie, I want to be 100% positive. It does have depth. And it has value, has substance. So that's why I skip over most animated movies. If I hear one's really good, like Kubo and the Two Strings, I'll check it out. But this doesn't look worthwhile for me.
Yeah, so, like, it looks worthwhile to me. And I love animation. And I definitely think that, like, Pixar has set the bar for, like, more emotionally connecting animated films. And I think a lot of companies are catching on to that. And coming to it. So to me, this looks like it is definitely built to have a certain amount of heart to it. So I want to check it out.
Next, we have the 30-year-old version. And I saw this. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't give it as high as a score than they did. And they gave it a 98% critically fresh Rotten Tomatoes with an audience score of 66%. I definitely gave it higher than the audience score, but a little lower than the critic score. My thing is, it has a very unique, different, fresh voice. And the movie's tropey as fuck. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like you're old and you gotta have motivation to become something different.
Mm-hmm.
But it tells in such a fresh way, it doesn't feel tropey.
So is it like midlife crisis-ish?
Kind
or
of
is
like,
it
yeah.
okay.
Kind of. She reinvents herself. And the way it's told is so fresh and original. But the one thing that really drew me to the movie was the rap. And I love rap, like from Wu-Tang Clan to Lil Uzi Vert, the Lil Pump. I love all types of rap. Well, maybe not Lil Pump. Take that one back.
Cause fuck them.
Just the raps. She's got bars. Like, these are like really good raps. But the stuff she's rapping about the 40-year-old experience.
Uh-huh.
I can't really relate to that, but you can put me in those shoes. Now, am I going to be that invested in those shoes?
Mm-hmm.
I can appreciate and respect those shoes, but my investment wasn't as much as I thought it would be because of the raps, that was me having higher expectations because I love rap music. But it's a very good film, and I understand why people gave it that 98%.
Yeah, that's good. It's still something I'm planning on checking out. What really draws me to it is that I really love, oh man, what's the word I'm thinking of? The pretentious word for it, and really not that pretentious, is auteur, which just means, like someone is in complete creative, they control every aspect. Like you're Wes Anderson and, Tarantino sometimes, even though he doesn't act much. But the fact that she wrote this, directed it, and starred in it, I really appreciate that. Creative control is something that's a big deal to me. So that automatically leads me to it, and I want to watch it just to support that, because that's something that I just always want more of. So
I think one name you forgot, and I said in my review that's going to come out soon, is Spike Lee. I watched this, and my mind immediately went to another Spike Lee movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it's a beautiful thing that, like, because obviously people rip off Tarantino and Wes Anderson. They try to rip off Wes Anderson and Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
And you got people ripping off Spielberg and Alfred Hitchcock and all these other directors and stuff. But we don't really see Spike Lee. Because, like, there's just not black directors out there.
That's
But
true.
now there is, and they're clearly, this to me, it was clearly influenced by Spike Lee, and it was like, all right, this is a win just for that,
Yeah.
because it's some kind of progression. Like those stories and how those films were made, the show the Black Experience, are getting passed down and reused and appreciated. So that's another thing I really liked about it. That might be a reach. I might be wrong, but if you watch, she's got
Game.
She's Got to Have It All. I believe that's the name of it. She's Got to Have It, or She's Got to Have It All. To me, clearly influenced by this. But tell me your thoughts of our reactions, or tell me your reactions down in the comments to these Rotten Tomatoes scores. Scroll back up, hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe.